Hey everyone, welcome back to Boogymans Nightmare. I'm going to be playing a game called Disturbed. It's a free game on Steam, and it looks pretty interesting. Ashlinn, so what exactly is this about?
It's just an interactive game that I saw, and popularity's increased on Steam, so I thought it'd be interesting for you to play.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes, but this is my first time trying this out. But we're going to hit start. Another day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You're going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Oh, it's one of those things where you have to choose what to do, and then. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with it. God damn it! Let's go to the house, look for the keys. Into the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness as if things were going blight outside penetrated penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as if you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. Don't we all do that? You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. So your journal. Dear journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethan, I hate names like that, is also doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. Ah, shit. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bit to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment? Well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Like me? Dot dot dot. Dear Journal, I woke up one night to a foul smell I've never come across before. Took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing. I was searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it may be bad. I should make a trip into the city and see what this is about. Alright, open my chest. Open the chest and you find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. This is so depressing! Let's go back outside. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the crops. The path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away, and time is running short. Uh, let's go to the pen. Well, shit. The toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. My question is how long has she been dead? Inspect the water. You inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Yeah, let's grab a mushroom. Oh, shit! Grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores sprays from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly, your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as a poison spreads. You die. Eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Well, don't touch the shrooms. Let's try this again. Here we are, but this time we're gonna follow the path. We're not gonna touch the shrooms this time. Continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Yeah, let's go into the cave. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there's a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Explore the cave. Ah! Ready to take your next step. A large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful can be in there. Yeah, we're gonna poot in this bitch. Fight the bear. You scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks you can grab and throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after another, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. Damn it! The bear charges you as you bend over to grab another rock. Tackling you to the ground, the bear bites into your neck, your body quickly goes limp, and you die. Your adventure ends here. Don't fight the bear! You know what? Let's see what happens when we run away from the bear. Run away! The moment you turn to run, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking the loose stones about the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Well, nope, you die anyways. Okay, so no going in the cave at all. Got it. You know what? Since we haven't done it, let's see what happens when we go to bed. You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your visions grow in more detail. You reach towards the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away, like dust in the wind. Particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. You feel pain you've never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. I can't even fucking sleep without dying? You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Out of body experience, okay. I had to think about that. I'm like, wait a minute. Alright, don't go to sleep either. It seems I've died multiple times here. I've made horrible choices. Alright, this time we're not going to go to the path at all. Or going to the cave at all. Come across a stop. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. So let's inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge nearby the path. It's a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow, from what you recall. Maybe he's home? Click the shack. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. Nothing. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You are picking up a key from the wagon, and you use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. I ain't making decisions without making decisions. It's bullshit. Examining the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You're overcome with fear as you think of the man who used to dwell in here. Switch to the phone table. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can begin enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick, but what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under and I have lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. Making noises.
Sorry.
It's all good. But I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name given to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. Well, name him Billy Bob. Let's open the trap door. You zero the trap door and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch to get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Oh. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. Let's talk to the woman. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. Woman, you there? Let me out of here. The pressure of such demands make you freeze. Take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? Woman, you'll never believe me even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Let's free the woman. You approach the woman and lock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. I will now do you a favor. What seems to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone, hands lock into your arms, energy flees from your body, and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. That was not a fucking favor! Don't free the woman. Got it. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all this happened, you feel as you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under the tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Last time I took a fucking nap, I died. Let's do it again. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gauge. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. Did I avoid a death? You reach the point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Let's go left. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads to the grass upon up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? Let's follow the trail of death. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. See? Death. Following a subtle trail to the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Let's inspect it. You approach the grave, you look at the sword, oh god, with intrigue. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. What the fuck is going on here? God! The sword, may I have it? In the spirit, the blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in the darkness. Go for the sword! Reach for the sword before you can lay a finger on it. The spirit grabs your arm. Shit. Sharp pain flows over your body. Your flesh melts off your bones. What fragments remain fall to the ground. Your adventure ends here. Well, this is so far an interesting adventure, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here for now. We're going to continue on later. This is Boogymans Nightmare, and I'll see you in the next video.